Hello, folks. This story was sent to me by a subscriber and is intended for educational purposes only. Thank you for watching. 5-meo DMT, 40 mg. The day my reflection decided to go on vacation. I was always curious about 5-meo DMT, but admittedly terrified of the intensity. One evening, I convinced myself to take 40 mg, a dose rumored to blast you into realms beyond imagination. I sat on my couch, ready for the ride, heart pounding like a frantic drum solo. The first moments were deceptively calm. The room seemed to hold its breath, colors slightly richer, edges softened like watercolor bleeding on paper. Then suddenly, a sensation like being pulled through a tunnel made of liquid light overtook me, and everything I knew started to unravel. When the chaos settled, I found myself staring at the mirror across from me. But something was off. The person staring back wasn't me. It was a version of myself wearing sunglasses and a Hawaiian shirt, casually leaning on the frame like they were waiting for the butt. "Eh," my reflection said with a smirk. "I'm taking the day off. You're on your own." I blinked. Was my reflection joking? The mirror me pulled out a tiny suitcase from behind its back and began packing miniature flip-flops and sunscreen. "What do you mean, on my own?" I stammered, heart pounding, not just from the trip, but from the sheer absurdity. "You're the captain now," reflection me said, snapping the suitcase shut. "Go. Explore." Suddenly, the room transformed. Walls melted into rivers of neon, and the floor became a sprawling jungle gym made of shimmering vines and pulsating spheres. My reflection winked and vanished into a portal that had opened where the mirror used to be. Without thinking, I followed. The portal spat me into a bizarre carnival, unlike any I'd ever seen. The rides were alive. Roller coasters made of twisting serpents. Ferris wheels spinning in zero gravity. And popcorn stands selling flavors that tasted like forgotten milk. A clown with a rubber chicken for a nose approached, offering me a map that kept rearranging itself. "Welcome to the land of lost reflections," he chuckled, "where your shadows have shadows and your thoughts have echoes." I realized I wasn't just on a trip through space, but through the quirks of my own mind. Every corner held a new weirdness. A carousel of talking animals debating philosophy, a tunnel where whispers turned into physical butterflies, and booths where I could trade regrets for dreams. At one point, I stumbled upon a theater where my past selves were performing an improv show. They reenacted awkward conversations and embarrassing moments, each time adding ridiculous twists. A mime arguing with a ghost, a disco dance battle with a history professor. I laughed so hard tears streamed down my face. It was liberating to watch myself laugh at my own mistakes, to see that none of it was as serious as I'd made it out to be. Then, the sky opened and rained down giant fluffy marshmallows. I caught one and found it tasted like pure joy, melting any lingering anxiety. Suddenly, the sky darkened and a booming voice announced, "Time to face the final act." I was whisked away to a vast empty stage where a spotlight shone on a lone chair. Sitting there was the ultimate version of me, calm, wise, and wearing a robe made of stars. "You've been running from yourself," this cosmic me said softly, "but the only vacation your reflection can take is one you give it, through acceptance and humor." I sat beside this version, and felt a profound peace wash over me. The cosmic me handed me a small mirror, and when I looked in it, my reflection smiled warmly. No suitcase this time, just a knowing nod. As the journey wound down, the surreal carnival faded. The walls returned, and I was back on my couch. My heart still racing, but lighter somehow. I glanced at the mirror, just me again, but with a glint of mischief in my eyes. That night, I learned that sometimes you have to let your reflection take a break so you can truly meet yourself, and that even in the weirdest trips, humor and self-love are the best guides.